ready. I'm ready.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, a new canceled episode got released. Let's start playing it. That's this podcast episode we watched canceled.
Don't forget about subscribe to Tana Mojo. We're Showfield canceled.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps.
I'm Mac.
I'm Jubes.
And I'm here for another week, guys.
Yay! We kept Alexa around.
Yes, we decided we liked her, so we're gonna keep her.
We went like months without hanging out, and then all of a sudden it's like every week now.
And it's gonna stay. This is me once again trying to infiltrate the. What? I was
SCS
gonna say
brand.
canceled. That's not. Trying to infiltrate Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps just so I can promote my own podcast one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Which,
We're practicing her up.
yeah,
Yeah.
coming soon. But
Okay,
I'll be back to promote soon. Don't you worry.
now that I'm looking at this, do we need to tilt the camera up?
take two.
Take
Yay.
2, and we're back. Nothing even happened.
Not at all. We're just gonna leave it as is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like,
Well, that-
we'll just ignore it. We'll gaslight into our followers into thinking nothing
Nothing
happened.
changed. I don't know what you're talking about. There hasn't been a single jump cut in this entire episode. You guys are crazy.
And there won't be anymore.
We just
Stop.
do one take.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
You run through the entire thing.
We don't even stop to change out the battery.
No,
No.
I've never peed once on an episode of Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps. And that, my friends, is how I got a UTI. Check out last episode to hear more about it.
Don't you blame us for your blood infection.
That wasn't you. I know who to blame, and it wasn't them.
Oh, that's funny.
Exactly.
We also spent time at the cabin for my birthday.
Yay.
Because I'm not done talking about my birthday yet.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Journey really took the mom role and just sugar mama my way through the cabin.
It was so funny. We were like going grocery shopping and getting food, and I felt like she was either my little sister or my teenage daughter.
Yeah.
and I am both.
Yeah, no, and then my friend surprised me. The surprise that Journey planned
honestly
wasn't actually
forgot.
Journey planning it.
I honestly forgot that happened that weekend.
Well, it was the day before.
I know, but it
Yeah.
felt so much longer.
I was
ago than
preparing
it
my
was.
post, and I was like, oh my gosh, this weekend started on Thursday.
Yeah.
And now it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, and what a chaotic Thursday it was. Well, for me at least.
Yeah, so what happened is my friend Brooke actually was the puppeteer behind the whole thing, and Journey was just the face of it. And so I've been giving Journey credit for months. Like talking to Brooke and everyone being like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see what Journey has planned. Like, Journey's so fun. Like, I'm so excited about this. Da, 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 da. And then Brooke, we get there and Brooke's like, I'm the one who planned all of it. I was like, oh, makes sense.
I was like, I felt so bad, like, taking all of the credit, but I couldn't spoil the surprise without being like, oh yeah, like, I can take none of this credit.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't you planning it, I would have guessed that something was going on. If Brooke said, hey, I want to do something for your birthday, I would have probably guessed that there's going to be some kind of surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
And the surprise was another friend from Vancouver flew out for my birthday, and I was very...
yeah, it was
Very
That
so
was
excited
such a
about
good
that.
reaction from you.
Yeah. I could just said shut up, and I slapped him.
Yeah, you went, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. And it was right as one of your other friends, Jenny, was like, so like, were you surprised? And Mac was like, she's like, I kind of had a feeling something was happening. Like, I am still pretty surprised though. And then her other friend just comes up and she's like, oh my God.
And I was like, now I'm surprised. Yeah, because everyone else being there, like, I kind of expected like Alexa to be there or for Brooke to be there, like knowing Journey.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone else. But I wasn't 100% sure. And then with everyone there, I was like, oh my gosh, that's really fun. And then when he showed up, I was like, oh my God.
And it helps because, like, I'm obviously terrible at keeping secrets. So Mac had no idea because she didn't think that I could keep something like this a secret.
Yeah.
And and I can't keep secrets either. Luckily for me, I kept forgetting that because like Michaela would ask me like, oh, what's Journey planning? And I'm like, I don't know, but I knew what Brooke was planning.
That's amazing.
Yes, but it's been a secret since like January.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Michaela was like, Journey, how long have you been planning this? And I was like, technically, never.
I didn't spend a single second planning anything.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Yeah, it was fun. And then at the cabin, we saw a forest fire almost happen. So that was
Holy.
insane.
Spooky.
It was terrifying.
It was like a crazy lightning storm and a lightning bolt struck a tree across the lake from us.
Like, and it was like, it was a thick, like, it was
so
yeah.
scary.
And had the area not had its own like local fire truck, it would have been a bad fire.
Disaster. Yeah.
Because I think if it was, because the fire team luckily responded probably within less than 10 minutes of us like alerting them. But I feel like if it was any time more, it would have been a way bigger issue than it was.
So thank a volunteer firefighter.
Yeah,
they saved
they saved
the
our
most.
bacon for sure. Yeah.
They made sure that SCS could continue.
Yeah. It was so scary because like we saw the lightning, like I saw the lightning strike, and then I didn't see it like light up, and then we got a text from Mac's mom being like, you guys should plug your phones in just in case there's like a power outage, and we were like, okay. So Alexa and I went downstairs to plug in our phones, and then when we came up, it was like disaster had struck, and everyone's like, that tree is on fire, and I was like, oh my god. And then I went back downstairs to get my phone. And I had a bag of like fuzzy peaches. So I just like came upstairs and I was like, does anybody want fuzzy peaches?
Yeah, that was it was really bad for me because I had consumed an edible right before.
Yeah.
And it hit me the instant somebody said, that tree is on fire. So then I'm in like panic mode, but also like so chilled out. Just like, everything's gonna be fine, my dudes. Like, but then also like inside I'm like, everyone's gonna die. We're all gonna die. I don't know what to do. We're all gonna die.
I just started cleaning up and packing up. I was ready to go, and then but
That was nice. The next morning we had everything packed except for my shampoo.
I have that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
My scalp is really going through it right now.
Dude, same.
So that's our catch up, and so I guess we'll get into it. So today's episode, we didn't necessarily explain it yet. We're gonna be doing tarot with Alexa.
Nah.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
So we're picking her brain on what it is, the history, how she got into it, and then we're gonna do a couple readings at the end of it also.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm
So-
gonna open my notes, folks. All right.
Perfect. We're getting into it. So Alexa, why did we have you to talk about this topic? Like, what got you into tarot, and then we get into the basics of it.
Well, when I was in I think I was in grade 9. I went and saw a psychic, and she was like, "You've got a lot of like spiritual power like in you." She's like, my mom, when I was growing up, like she had a bunch of really weird witchy experiences with me. Like she came up to me when we were at a cabin and she was like, "Oh, Alexa, I have something to tell you." And I was like, "I already know, Mom." And she's like, "How do you know? What do you know?" And I was like, "You have a baby in your tummy." And she's like, "Who told you that?" And I was like, "My friends." And I just had like a million imaginary friends. Like, and still to this day, I talked about it in the last podcast, but I vividly remember them. Like I see them in my memories. It's not just me talking to a wall, like I'm talking to an actual person. Another thing, I got my name from a dream. My mom didn't know my gender when I was going to be born or anything like that. She got my name, Alexa McKay, in a dream. She couldn't see psychics for like the first 3 years of my life.
Oh my gosh.
That kind of thing. So yeah, very spiritual my entire life. And then when I was in grade 9, after the psychic, she was like, "Don't tap into your powers. However, if you want to start learning how to control them, tarot might be a good option for you." I was like, sick. So then I told my mom that I was going to hand make all my tarot cards.
Ooh.
So it's 52 cards for all the suits and then like the major arcana as well, which I'll get into in a second. So then she ended up gifting me a box of tarot cards, which is the ones I still use. And since then I've just kind of been playing around with them, learning from them. I'm not super like well versed in like the history and like everything you need to know about it, but it's definitely a good way for me to like check in on like friends, family, loved ones, because I've yet to give a reading that people were like, "This is really off, you know nothing."
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Yeah, it's been like, because she's done a couple for me, and it's been just like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's it, that's accurate. And then even when she does them for like other people, we like talk about like what we know about their lives, and we're like, yeah, that's also kind of accurate.
Well, it's like a lot of times like when I do readings for people, like I'd rarely do them for myself. I only do them for other people because I can obviously make inferences into my own life and like make the cards make sense for me. But for a lot of my friends, even like my closest friends, I don't always know what's going on in their life. So when I see a look in their face where they're like, "Whoa." Like I did one for my sister's boyfriend once and he was like, "What did you tell her? How does she know all this?" And I'm like, "It's just cards, my dude."
I'm just that good.
Yeah.
And I guess so for someone who's a skeptic, like what would you say to them in regards to tarot?
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't believe it, you don't believe it. If you do, you do. It's the same, like, I have the same approach to basically everything. You can believe whatever you want. If I want to think that the stars in the sky are telling me who I'm supposed to love and who I'm compatible with and how my daily life is going to go, you can believe that a god is telling you the morals and everything that you want.
Exactly.
Believe what you care to. I'm not going to fight you on it, because at the end of the day, it is a deck of cards. Anything I say to someone who's skeptic is going to look at me like a lunatic.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest like criticism that tarot gets, right? Because it's like,
they're just
especially
cards, but
especially the concentration on something like TikTok, and everyone's like, oh, that one like tarot bitch on TikTok is telling me that the moon is in Gatorade, and no,
which I get. Like, honestly, there's some times where I'm like skeptical of like obviously people on the internet, but at the same time, I'm like, if you choose to believe, it's all about your energy, and that's a lot of like how tarot is. Like, you're asking for energy, or you're asking for your energy to guide you. You're asking for your spirits to guide you. You're asking for your ancestors to guide you, and all that together is supposed to help draw cards to you. Like, I've done where I'll like lay out the cards in front of me and I wave my hands over top, and I'll pick up a card and it'll go stuck to my fingers. So like things like that, I'm like, okay, that's like something is calling me to that card, and that's basically what I explain it to people. It's whatever you choose to take from it, you take from it. Like,
yeah, because the biggest thing with me is like the TikTok tarot readings. Like, the odd one, I'll kind of be like, oh my gosh, I love that, but like, because I know Mac watches a bunch of on YouTube, but I don't understand those because I don't know how they're going to apply to me. Like, when Alexa does it, I'm like, okay, she's doing this for me, but I don't understand like the importance of it when I'm like seeking it out on YouTube, because I can just pick whichever one I want.
But that's the whole calling of it. You know?
And so like, I know for me, I would be the kind of person where like, okay, I know this was a really good tarot reading. I really want a good tarot reading, so I'll just pick that one again, right? Like, I don't know that I don't
watch the same one twice.
Yeah, but I would, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I wouldn't be able to, like, the YouTube videos just don't make sense for me. Yeah. But when it's actually done in person, I find it a little bit easier to, like, believe.
When you have that connection, too, right? Where it's...
Yeah, it's all, like, I've done some readings for people where, like, they're like, yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to me. And then a week later, they'll text me and they'll be like, bro, what do you know that I don't? Because that reading just came true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, that's the ones where, like, people will be, like, super, super skeptic at first. Like, I did one for one of my friends, and she was like, that has nothing to do with me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then literally the next day, everything in that tarot reading all of a sudden just dumped onto her.
Oh
and
my
she
gosh.
was like, dude, what are you messing with? What kind of voodoo is in those cards? Because
And that versus manifestation, right? Because like hypothetically, if you focus in on something, you're more likely for it to see it happen to you. So what would you say to someone who's like, oh no, it's just like, now it's in your thoughts, and so of course it happened?
Well, something interesting is a lot of people who read tarot, like, I was very lucky to get a psychic reading when I was in the 9th grade, because a lot of people who are psychics, tarot readers, fortune tellers, anything like that, won't do readings for people under 18. Because kids, especially, are a lot more influenced by what people tell them.
Yeah.
So, like, if you tell somebody, like, here's your future, they're going to go and pursue that future instead of going down the natural path to get to that future.
Right.
But again, it's literally, tarot is all on your energy and your guidance and your spirit guides and stuff like that. So if you are going to manifest it, you're going to manifest it.
Yeah.
If you're manifesting a card to tell you something, it's going to tell you that. Like, that's basically the entire thing with, it's all reading from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like the law of attraction, where like the energy you're putting out, you are then going to receive. So if you're putting out a certain energy for the cards, they're going to give that back to you.
Yeah. Something also interesting with it is, like, you guys know, like, the rule of threes?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, whatever you put out into the universe, you're going to get back 3 times. Or, like,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so,
I
like,
didn't
if you
know
put
the
out-
rule of threes.
Is that why?
Yeah.
So bad things happen in threes or something?
Yeah, so, like, if you put out something, like, if you're putting out good energy, then that good energy will return to you 3 times as much. If you put out bad energy, then it's going to come to you 3 times as hard.
And that is factual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense then for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Pete remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I get knocked in the jaw, I get knocked in the jaw.
And so, like, that's why a lot of the times I take huge breaks from tarot as well. Because if I'm asking the universe for all this energy to focus in, and, like, there was one point I texted the group chat and I was like, I just did 10 tarot readings. I have a raging headache. That headache did not go away for a week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was awful. So I try and to, like, very much spread out my tarot readings, because when you're asking the universe to send you so much energy and protection from bad spirits and stuff like that, you're gonna have to return it at some point, and I don't have the energy to be doing that on a daily basis. So
Yeah, that's fair.
my tarot cards aren't touched unless somebody requests for it, or if I feel the need and drawn to do readings.
What does it feel like? I don't know if you can describe this, but like the need to do a tarot reading. Like, is that just like something in your gut being like, oh, I need to check in on this person?
Yeah, that's typically how it is. Like, sometimes it'll be like, oh, my friend isn't doing so well. Maybe I'll do a reading, see how I can help.
Oh, okay.
Like, just like me being like, maybe this will tell me how to help them.
Right.
And other times it'll be like a random, like, this was really recent actually, where one of my old friends I hadn't spoken to in like a couple of years, I all of a sudden was like, I'm going to do a reading for them. And then 2 days later, I get a text from them being like, hey, like, I really miss you. I haven't heard from you in a while, and I'm just hoping that things are going well for you, blah, 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 blah. And in their reading, it was like, this person feels very disconnected from their friends. They need a new group. They're feeling very lost, blah, 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 blah. And for them to text me 2 days later, I was like, intuition, my friends. Yeah.
And then so what does tarot entail? Like, what is it? What are the suits? What are the
All right. This is where I'm going to need my
whole
notes.
whole thing, the history?
What is tarot?
So there's two different types of cards. There's the major arcanas and the minor arcanas. The minor arcanas follow more of like your traditional 52 deck of cards. There's 4 suits and they each have their own different meanings. And the names change depending on your source, but these are typically like what you'll see. So it's coins or pentacles. Their element is earth. Each suit has its own element. Coins typically, as the name says, is very about like work, money, practicality, like possessions. So if you're getting a lot of coins in your reading, that means something with your work life or something with money and progress is typically either going well or shit's about to hit the fan.
Okay.
You have cups. Their element is water. Cups is very much about your close relationships, your feelings, your emotions, like, and how that all interconnects. So you can think of it as like the cup as your relationships, or the water as in the water is your emotions, or you can think of it vice versa, all about how they affect each other and go back and forth.
Ooh,
Once again, it's either about you're about to have really great positive things or really shitty things.
Yeah.
And that depends a lot on the individual cards, but also how they're viewed. So you can have a card now. So,
Do you think this card's gonna mean anything?
well, it's a wand, but so you have a card. It's upright. I'm gonna make Journey zoom in this on editing.
Yep.
Good luck.
For YouTube,
This is
for
upright.
audio.
Yeah.
And then if you flip it over like this, it has a different meaning. So depending on if it's upright or reversed, will change the meaning of the card in a reading.
Yeah.
And then we have wands, which was a card I just pulled. It's about fire, or that's their element is fire. It's all about creativity, new beginnings. It can be as simple as you need to write more, you need to start painting, listening to music, or it can be a big thing like maybe start that new business venture you want. Ooh. Maybe focus more on your brain, like focusing more on how you show passion and love and stuff like that. Like fire is a very passionate element.
Yeah.
And it also, like, if you burn down a forest, new seeds are going to bloom.
Okay,
So it's, that's that one. And then there's swords, which is pretty, like, most of these are very obvious to me, in my opinion. Wands and cups are kind of like the ones where it's, like, apt for more interpretation. But swords is very much about conflict. It's about not practicality, logic, intellect. The sign is air, which is interesting with conflict. But I find it nice because it's air can either be very forceful or very freeing. We need air to breathe, but wind can also help bring sparks back into our life to start new chaos.
Tornadoes.
We like that.
So
Okay.
you need conflict to grow, but that doesn't always mean that conflict is good. And that's what I take from swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Major arcanas versus minor arcanas. Like I said, minor arcanas are the suits. Major arcanas are ones like the Magician, the Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, Death, the Fool, Lovers. Yeah, like the big cards with the big fancy names. These are ones when they appear in a reading, you need to listen to them. They're they're trying to jump out at you and give you like very straight up advice.
The last reading Alexa did for me, I had like 4 major arcana in my reading.
Literally.
Yeah, for a lot of people, if you're super spiritual and you have a lot of spiritual energy around you, you'll find that you have more major arcanas. like when I do readings for like me, Michaela especially, like they're jumping out at us. And it is, yeah, it's interesting. But those are the ones where like you should listen to them. Their meanings don't, as far as I know, again, like I said, I'm not the end all be all of tarot knowledge, but the meanings of major arcanas don't change as much throughout decks versus the minor arcanas are a bit more up for interpretation. You can kind of see as they fit throughout, or at least that's how I read them.
Yeah.
And again, tarot readings will change from reader to reader. We each have our own personal connections to our decks, to certain cards, and how we interpret them. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Alexa's deck is beautiful.
It's all Canadian women, all made the cards. There's 4 of them. They are gorgeous.
They're so pretty.
My favorite deck I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's sweet.
I have a crush on the one card.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about. I can't remember what his name is. It's the King Major Arcana one. What's he called?
Oh, the man.
Yeah, the man
so
one. He's
handsome.
so sexy. Oh my god.
I can literally picture the card in my brain right now. When we find it, I'll put it on the video.
Yeah. He's so hot, but
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh, he's who I picture in the A Court of Thorns and Roses as Tamlin.
Oh my god.
Anyone who's listening, that's who I envision. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway.
So now that we've started with the like the history and whatnot, and who Alexa is and why she's relevant to our lives.
if you didn't already know.
For the 4th time, we're gonna get into the different types of spreads, and Alexa's gonna go into a couple readings.
All right. So there is a wide variety of spreads. The most common one that people probably think about when they see tarot is past, present, future. You pick 3 cards and you literally tell the past, present, future. You can read that in a couple different ways. You can do it, like I said, for the millionth time, past, present, future. You can also do subconscious mind, current, present mind, and future mind. So like different aspects of how your brain is trying to handle an issue. There's another one I used to do a lot, but it wasn't my favorite. Just, I feel like the other spread that I do is a lot more in depth. But I had 5 cards. You have one at the top, which is your conscious mind. You had your past, present, future cards. And then at the bottom, you had your subconscious mind.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a very, like, you have one question with a lot of, like, inner turmoil things, not so much, like, overall life. The one that I do the most is the 8-card spread. This is the one that I gave these 2 not too long ago. That one, you have cards. I'm just going to whip out my book because I can never remember. I've done this reading a million times, so I can never remember it. So you have a card for your primary concern, your motivation for looking for an answer, areas you feel anxious about, situations you might not be aware of, information to overcome your apprehensions, comfort letting your anxiety go, advice on how to move forward, and how it could all work out on the end if you follow this path. And then you have, I did this for one from my ex when we first started talking, where you just pull one card and you use that card to like give you an answer. He pulled the Fool, and that one's about like new beginnings, like stuff like that. And I was his first girlfriend, so I was like, oh, pretty accurate. You're about to start a new path in life? Oh my gosh, who would have guessed? Yeah. So in spreads, it is very important to say there's no good or bad spreads. There's no good or bad cards. It's all up to how you interpret it. I try to make everything as not lighthearted necessarily, but as positive as possible. The more negative energy you put into a spread, the more negative energy you're going to have come out of a spread. So, yeah, I try and keep things very positive so that we don't invite questionable spirits and energies into the...
Sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Good vibes only.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Am I right, boys?
So we decided we're going to do 2 different spreads today. Journey's going to get a 3-card spread. Michaela's going to get a whole 8. Just also for reference, this is my book that explains what each of the cards means. I sometimes you rely on it very heavily. Sometimes I just need the keywords for me to kind of be able to put together what it says, but that's because I was really bad at reading comprehension. So I'm not the best when it comes to just looking at something and being like, I know what that means.
Fair enough.
That's on ADHD.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Journey first.
Sure.
All right. Do you have any specific questions? Just a vibe you want to feel out. If you ask me when you're going to get married, I'm going to tell you no.
I've had a lot of tarot readings that are like, there's a new opportunity coming your way. And I know you can't give me a new opportunity, but I would like to know, like, is there actually a new opportunity? Like, is this in the near future or like,
All right.
like what kind of new opportunity?
I've given Journey, for reference, 2 readings.
And they've been bang on.
Yeah, but both of them were like, hey, be okay with change. Change is coming.
Literally.
You need to prepare yourself for change.
Yeah, and like the first one she gave me, it was like, yeah, like there's a giant change coming in your career, and I quit my job 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
It was not the change I thought was gonna happen, but it was the change that was needed.
Yeah. All right, so Journey, I'm going to have you pick 3 cards.
This is the worst part.
It stresses Journey out so much, but I like to have whoever I'm reading for pick the cards because it's important that their energy is put into the reading. Sometimes if it's somebody that has a lot of energy, I will get them to shuffle the cards as well. But just for time's sake, I'm going to be doing that.
And so what I've seen, so what Alexa's doing here, she just spread them out on the table and Journey's kind of running her hands across to grab each card. Other ones that I've seen are people who like shuffle it and wait for cards to like jump out of the deck.
Yeah, it all
things like that.
depends on the reader, depends on the person.
Yeah.
All right. This one I don't need to look for.
My past, present, future.
All right, so for this one, I like to flip all of them over at once.
Okay, I have a question. You didn't lay them out in the way that you picked them
I
up.
laid them out in the way you pulled them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, does that mean anything?
Yeah, because the way you pull them versus the way you pile them, I like the way
okay.
you pulled them because that's the order that your finger
Right.
energy wanted. And all that. Let's start an energy count. How many times can I say that
These
word?
are cards I've never gotten before.
Yes, but it's coin. You got coins, cups, and swords.
Oh. No, that's
Money,
good.
money, love, and disagreements.
Yeah.
Sick nar, minu vele.
You have 2 reverse though. So money's in reverse and love's in reverse.
Uh-oh.
And fights are in.
No, wait, dude. All
Okay.
right. So
Oh,
we'll
but
start.
coins is my present, past.
Yeah. So we'll start
no.
we'll start with your past here. And you will notice this is Journey and Michaela's favorite thing when I give them a reading is I'll just read and then start giggling.
She just starts giggling. I'm
maniacally.
like, please share with the class.
But okay, so the first card is saying that the first line of like in the book is you might be feeling frustrated because of mistakes or wasted effort. In relation to coins, which typically relates to work. That is your past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went to school for a degree that I can't get a job in.
And
Wasted
then
my
you got
money and my time.
screwed over at our last job by not having your efforts appreciated.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sick. This is so... I feel naked right now.
I know, when you guys were like, I want to do tarot readings, I was like, do you guys not remember how in-depth we got in the last one?
We can also choose and I can edit.
True. Oh, this is cute.
Oh, okay.
All right,
That's good.
so
This is present.
yeah, this is your present. It's the of Cups. All of these are in Roman numerals, and I can't read Roman numerals.
That will be the 9th.
I thought it was 9. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first guess.
I only learned that like within the last 18 months how to read Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Yeah, so this card is all about rest, relaxation, really focusing in on what you have accomplished, where you have gotten in your life. So right now you are feeling at a point where you can just sit, relax, and enjoy the life that you currently have.
Yeah.
Which is a huge change from this card where it's like you are being mistreated and used and all of your efforts feel wasted.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay.
And this one, when it's upright, I think it's a little bit more chaotic and spicy. But oh my god, this is so cute! I was right. Okay, this is see, sometimes I know, but I double check just to be sure. So the reversed, especially with swords, because typically I'm gonna make Journey zoom in again. But typically when you have swords, you have like actual swords stabbed into something, and when they're reversed, that usually indicates the swords removing themselves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so in your future, it's all about mending, healing. This is a tree with a heart on it. I like to see this card as like a family tree, regardless if that's your biological family, your found family, a partner, like anything like that. So when mending the wounds that have hurt you into a happier and healthier place is where your future comes from. Man, you have a good setup here.
Okay, you know what that thought when you said removing knives and like in my future? You know how Carmen said that I was stabbed in the back?
Yeah.
Do you think that knife's finally gonna come out?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, yay!
Because you've been putting in the work, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
you
that's good.
Good. This is like a really happy start. Like
It's so much better than like
The last-
journey change is coming, be okay with it.
Yeah. Well, that change
But still happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
That
I
change
guess
seems
so.
to be
Yeah.
like healing and
Oh,
time
good.
for peace in your life, which you need, girl.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you. All right. Now it's time for the heavy duty spread.
Mac Daddy.
All right. So, Michaela, pick out 8 cards.
See, I don't have the same issue as Jern.
I overthink it because I don't want to choose the wrong one, but there's no wrong one.
That's exactly it. You always overthink things.
I know, it's what I do. That's why I keep getting calm down, change.
Perfect.
Beauty.
You can tell I'm in a good mood because my accent keeps changing. Well, perfect.
That was like
Let's go.
May long we played Pay the Price, and I just kept getting a whole bunch of like accent cards, and then one of Mac's friends' husbands was like, "We got a lot of accents out of you this afternoon." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, you sure did."
All right. So this one is going to be a lot of me looking at different books, but that's because I have ADHD. I don't retain information all that well.
Oh really?
Well, I do, but I don't, you know?
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah.
I think I have ADHD.
Oh, girl, you have Queen of Swords.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so
So what's this position you said?
this is the one that represents the primary concern or the issue at hand.
Okay.
How come you didn't ask Mac if she had a question?
The cards answer this
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one's a little bit.
Oh, it gives
yeah.
you the question and the answer.
Yeah.
one's a little bit naked.
Okay. Take
all
your
right.
clothes off.
So this one.
Take your tits out.
Take your tits out. I couldn't stop saying that all weekend.
It's up for the girls.
every 2 seconds I'll walk up really drunk and be like, take your tits out.
Take your tits out. Free the dip, am I right?
Yeah, I'm like, I get so gay when I'm drunk. Like,
So
bad.
funny.
All right. So this card represents a maturity and intellect. So a lot of it has to do with being able to see through lies and bullshit.
Duh.
Yeah. So the card itself has, and Journey will put a picture of the spread at the end so you can understand what I'm explaining here. But she's standing with her eyes closed, holding a sword, and in her palm is an open eye. That's to help represent, again, seeing through lies, being able to avoid, not necessarily avoid manipulation and deceit, but be more aware to it and seeing through it. So that's your current, like, where you're at. Kind of thing. All right, this
I like
next
that
one,
card.
I
More
love him
sword.
so much. He's so cute and little. It's what's your motivation? Why are you looking for guidance? So this one has a lot more to do with the question at hand, not so much like the issue, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense once I see the whole spread and can like tie it all together. But 2 swords right off the bat. Go, Michaela.
What did we say swords were again? Conflict?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's reversed.
Yeah. All right. So this one is that there is a task or decision that needs to be made, but it is being halted by clouded judgment or not having enough information to make a full, well-rounded decision. There is implications that if a decision is made too hastily, that it can lead to regret. However, if the decision made leads to like more conflict, then it is not necessarily that you'll come out on top of it. If that makes sense. It'll, again, a lot of this will sound like bullshit until we get through the whole thing and I can tie it together, but... Oh, we just had this one. I know what it means.
Yay!
All right, this is the areas in your life that you feel anxious about, which is interesting from a card like this. So
Wow.
Journey just got this card, and it's all about rest, relaxation, and indulgence.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
since it's surrounding the anxieties in your life, it probably means you're struggling to have any of that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I texted Journey this morning.
Yeah.
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 I was like, are you good? She's like, I'm just tired and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I've got a lot coming up, and a lot that's like this past month has been a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting enough into my own cup right
Yeah.
now. But like, I want to fill these other cups, so I'm like, I'm empty.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's that kind of, and June's going to be a very similar.
Well, this is a 9 of cups, which means that this is really surrounding relationships. So there is an angst to want to be able to relax and really appreciate the relationships around you, but there is a hard time.
Yeah.
I have a lot of bows to tie. A lot of things are wrapping up.
Not enough ribbon.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
boys, we got our first major arcana here, and it's a reversed hanged, or it's the Hanged Man upright.
Ooh.
This shall be fun, and it's for elements in your situation you may not be aware of, which is funny because last time I did a reading, elements that Michaela might not be aware of was also a major arcana.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
It's been a while since I've had the hangman show up.
It's the Taurus stubbornness of us just not caring to listen to things that we're not aware of. We like to, because that's when I always get my major arcanas is anxieties in here.
Yeah.
All right, it's upright.
See, this is what
I
she
love
does.
this
She reads
game.
it and then she giggles, and we're like, share.
Well, Journey panics, and I'm just like, uh-oh.
Spaghetti-o.
All right, so this one has a lot to do with the keywords for it are instability, self-reflection, instinct, and cost. So in the artwork here, the man is kind of vibing. He doesn't look like he's straying, like he's like struggling too much with his current situation. And he's kind of just let himself like almost this is the ADHD coming out where the words just leave my brain. But he's like seemingly like he's accepted the situation that's around him. Underneath is a pack of sleeping wolves, not a sleep of packing wolves. Which is what I was gonna say.
And jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, and jack-o'-lanterns. So there's a certain, just based on what this card is in the reading, there is a certain piece in allowing yourself to just kind of chill with the chaos.
Yeah.
Just look around and be like, you know what? Yeah, things are kind of dire, but maybe I can just accept it for now and hope that things will eventually, the wolves will wake up and walk away.
The wolf represents loyalty, family, communication, wisdom, teaching, and intelligence.
Wow. Well, yeah, it's the whole, like, if you're in quicksand, like, you just need to relax so you can get out of it.
Yeah.
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 In mythology, wolves symbolize chaos and destruction.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's funny.
All right. The next card here is information you require in order to overcome your apprehensions, and it is the King of Wands.
That's another major arcana, or just
Just a regular
a
one.
regular boy?
Because there's the emperor and empress, which are the major.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember the Emperor's our crush.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Man, this is shit we already knew. The keywords here is natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, and honor.
Okay. And this is the information she requires in order to overcome your apprehensions.
Just like, hey, bitch, be a little bit more yourself.
Literally, that's all tarot is.
This card indicates that you're passionate, goal-oriented, and you possess a long-term purpose. Yeah, like,
No.
no shit,
Not
really.
Michaela.
No, it couldn't be me.
But this is important here. He warns against arrogance or aggression in pursuit of your goals. Consider the ideas of others and accept help when you are in need of it. So that's probably the key part there of like things you need to hear is accept help even though you can do all these things on your own.
Doesn't mean
you
need to.
don't have to.
Yeah.
And again, that is very much the Taurus. And the reason I know that is because I too am a Taurus. I love this card so much. It's one of my favorites. When it comes up in a reading, it makes me so happy.
It's so cute.
We got this one last time
Yeah,
too.
and this card will help
Did you?
you let your anxieties go.
So
Like, it's
don't remember
so cute and so wholesome, but I always, like, I know what it means in my heart, but I always read it just to be safe, because sometimes I mix it up with another one, so. Nah, I was right. Yeah, partnership, romance, nature, respect. She got this in the, I'm pretty sure, the same position last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so this is, like, down here it says practice respectful love, and don't forget that showing that love to yourself first is key. which I feel like in this situation, it's definitely like allowing people that you don't necessarily feel comfortable getting affection and love from, letting them love and like be affectionate towards you so that you don't feel so alone and you feel like you have like a proper team around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one's what, like letting your anxieties go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much about like familial love, but also romantic love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's two little birds giving each other a little snuggle.
Aww.
So cute. They have an acorn, fucking cups, and tea kettle. It's one of my favorite cards. I love it so much. My sister got this card when I was doing a reading for her shortly before she met her boyfriend. Yeah, she got a bunch. She got 2 tarot readings, one from me very briefly, and then one like really drawn out, one from another lady. And it was all of hers was like the lovers. You're gonna have a new love in your life. You're gonna have a new love in your life. And then she met her boyfriend.
Oh my god.
And all my TikTok and YouTube ones have been, the amount of lovers cards that have popped out is ridiculous. But again, that's like YouTube, TikTok. So it's like how much can you really hold on to
girl,
that?
you got more love coming your way.
Here it is.
That's more cups. Yeah. Okay, this card will advise you on how to move forward.
That card is beautiful.
Like the designs on these are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, intuition, happiness, romance, fulfillment. Yeah, so this card is more specific into the like specifically romantic love. And saying that it is coming. You are going to have a very fulfilling and passionate, and you can't really see it unless you look super closely, but they are blindfolded in this.
Oh.
So it's the kind of love that is like you can trust them blindly.
Aww.
You don't have to worry about like them running away, backstabbing you, hurting you. You can just accept their love for how they are.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
About damn time.
Yeah, I know, right?
And finally, this one is how it could all work out in the end if you follow this path. I got this one. I so vividly remember giving a reading to like one of my friends from band when I first started doing tarot. And this was the first reading I got where someone was like, holy crap.
That card just looks powerful.
Yeah. So this is, the key words here are the past, reflection, inner child, fresh perspective. The 6 of Cups is a card about memory, innocence, and childhood. It is a reminder of the past, both the good moments you've had as well as the struggles you've faced. Allow the child within to gain control of your actions. Your inner innocence and wonder are powerful tools that can help through any difficult time.
So that's pretty sweet.
So your future looks like a lot of healing your inner child. And just in relation to this spread here, it is very much dominated by cups.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I think that's cups, that's cups, that's cups, that's cups. And then you have swords and a wand and a major arcana. So yeah, very much you got a lot of shit happening in your relationships. Definitely conflict, but it's gonna turn out in the end. That's the fun part. Yeah,
That's exciting.
You're
I
going
can feel
through all of this to find love and heal your inner child. 2 things that I feel like we've discussed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Had a lot of anxieties.
That's
So it makes
exciting.
sense.
Yeah, so now you know our ins and outs. You've seen us naked.
Getting spicy on SCS today.
Yeah.
Take
Our
your tits
OnlyFans is
out.
coming.
And then so with aside from tarot, you'll sometimes hear something called like an oracle deck, and the oracle deck, from my understanding, is like the side quests of it. Just like and from what I've seen is like just applies like additional information to
If
the reading.
tarot is the road trip, oracles are the side attractions. So like like the giant truck on the way to Fernie kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all like the little things, additional information, but that's mostly up to interpretation. There's not much set in stone with those.
Yeah.
You have to know a lot about symbolism and
All that.
Yeah, like I literally pulled an apple out of my deck and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, girl, eat? Like, yeah, I know. Like,
If you were a teacher, you're doing a good job.
yeah. Or it could be taken as like, hey, no more doctors for me.
Ooh, apple. That would be good.
Yeah.
We'll
For you.
take it as that.
I could use that.
For sure.
I could be really done with the doctors, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair.
well, thank you. That was so fun.
You're welcome.
That's sweet.
Any additional information on tarot or?
Well, something I found out that was interesting. Italy has birthed a lot of beautiful things. The Renaissance, Catholicism, all that fun stuff, pasta, pizza.
But tiramisu.
It is also where the earliest traces of tarot is from. In the early 1400s to 1500s, that's when they found the earliest traces of tarot, and it was in the section of Italy where it's like Rome. That's the only one I can think of right now. I had it in my notes, but my iPad's on the floor.
Sorrento's a bit south of there.
Yeah, so it's like the quadrilateral section of Italy where it's like all the major cities. Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
According to the Metropolitan Museum of Art or whatever. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Okay, so we have 2 segments that we could do. Mm-hmm. We have word association game or explain a film plot badly. So I would find poor explanations of film plots and you guys would have to guess what the movie is.
Which one do you want to do?
Okay, I want to do word association.
Okay.
But that's only because like me and Journey will sometimes have this weird like twin telepathy thing. That's really terrifying. Like the amount of pain this girl has caused me from sympathy pains.
When I texted you the other day saying I think I have chemical burns on my scalp, I half expected you to reply being like,
do you know what? I was actually going to tell you this today.
no way.
I went to brush my hair today and I've been feeling like my scalp is burnt and I looked and it's flaking off. And just now when you said, I half expected you to say that, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense why my scalp is flaking off all of a sudden.
There's no way.
Sympathy pains for me and Jern.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I'm just be happy that I didn't almost kill your podcast co-host.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Jordan all of a sudden has a coli in her blood.
Literally. I've had back pain.
You've had it. Well, you had mold in your
I've had
blood.
it
It
for
was
a
time for
month.
me to have something in mine. Like,
Oh my gosh, it was foreshadowing.
yeah, that's awful. I should have listened.
We need to talk all the time.
Yeah. Schedule our doctor's appointments together.
Yeah, it was just like I'm like, I don't feel very good. Have you been to the doctor lately? Yeah, this is what happened. Okay, great.
Time to prepare.
So for the segment, we decided we're going to do the word association. The one that we've done where it's like you have to say the second part of the word that comes to mind, or a word that like you think of when you hear the first word.
Yes.
We're not going to try to get 3 of us on the same word because that's messy.
Mac and I are mad at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Court.
Order.
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your house in that order.
Okay. Whisper.
Kiss.
Quietly.
Challenge.
What? Oh, okay.
I don't know where I got kiss from.
Whisper kiss?
Kiss whispers.
Palace.
Royalty.
Cinderella. What was yours?
Royalty.
Theater.
Oh,
Isn't there
yeah.
a place in the world called the Palace Theater?
Yeah, it's
I
down.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Downtown Calgary.
Yeah.
Press button. Wrestle.
Mania.
Match.
Yeah, Mania. What the heck? Okay. No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scrubs.
No scrubs.
I don't want no scrubs. Can't get no love from me. Oh my god. Gotta use my intuition to get the love I need.
Literally. No scrubs for Michaela. No scrubs 2023.
Yeah.
And no thank you for us.
All right. Unfair
Advantage.
Trade.
treatment. Oh. Okay.
You said treatment, advantage, and trade. Yeah.
Yeah. Colorful
Hair.
rainbow?
Behavior.
Oh, okay. That one was tricky. I really didn't know.
Yeah, that one was slow.
All I was like seeing is like rainbow.
Yeah.
Position.
Sex.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shelter.
House.
Homeless.
Yeah. Homeless.
Board.
Snow.
Game.
I just thought of a plank.
Like an actual board. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Depression.
Me.
Seasonal.
Yeah. Seasonal.
Fair.
Trade.
Money.
Even though it's the wrong fare.
I thought money first.
It's FARE.
Yeah.
But I still think trade.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay. Departure.
Boat.
Plane.
Oh yeah, plane.
Yeah.
I was like airport.
I'm
I
on
guess.
boat.
I'm on a boat. Baby.
Mama.
Sitter.
Baby mama.
Girl mama
And I
sitter.
hate that word so much.
Baby mama. Nationalism in Canada.
Yeah.
Social studies.
Boring, I guess.
Boring.
I love nationalism.
Oh my gosh. Operational equipment.
Game.
Crickets. I have nothing.
Crickets.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Every time I hear the word operational, I'll be like, crickets. Should we try one to see if we can get the same word?
Almost
Just
a
for shits and
position.
giggles?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sign. Stop.
Language.
What was yours?
Out.
Sign out.
Okay.
And language.
And stop. What is common between those three?
Sign. Language. Wait.
I said stop,
Stop.
out, like sign out,
And
and
language.
language. I have a word.
I have a word too.
I don't. Between all three?
I just kind of. Mine's kind of weak.
So is mine, but
Okay, I got
can
something,
try.
but it's not in English.
Okay. Okay, ready? We're gonna say it on the count of three.
okay.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Arrête.
What was yours?
No.
No. Okay, mine was computer.
Arrête. Like stop in French.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Stop. No computer.
This is gonna be way too hard for
Okay.
me.
I have one.
You have a word?
Yeah. Stop. No computer.
What did I say?
You said computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. No computer. Okay, I have a word.
Okay, yeah.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Space
Crash.
You say Amish?
Almost space bar and crash. We are never gonna get this.
Oh, I should have a word.
Okay. Amish
It's kind of
space
left
bar
field, but I have
and
a word.
crash.
Okay.
I can't get past the Amish.
That's what got me into the word, though.
Okay, do you have a word, Alexa?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
1.
1,
Buggy.
leaving.
Aliens.
Wait, no. Leaving Buggy and aliens.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Spaceship.
UFO. So close.
Spaceship. Spaceship is the buggy for aliens.
Oh, I went abduction.
We are so close. Hey.
Spaceship, UFO, and abduction.
Abduction. Okay.
Okay. 3,
3, 2, 1.
E.T.
Sci-fi.
Oh.
Holy
E.T.
crap.
E.T. and sci-fi.
And galaxy.
Okay,
We're
3,
getting closer
2,
to 1
movie.
space. What'd you say?
I just didn't. I panicked. I didn't say anything.
Movie space. Okay, movie space then. We'll go those
Okay.
two.
1, 2, 3.
Guardians of the
Interstellar.
Galaxy.
Damn it, I just saw that.
I was gonna say that! No! Oh.
I cried really hard last
Okay.
night.
Guardians of the Galaxy, ready?
Yeah.
3,
2, 1.
Rocket.
Marvel.
I was gonna say the G guy. Got
Groot.
Groot. I am Groot. That's what I was gonna say, but then I like the raccoon rocket.
Oh, I love Rocket. He's my favorite character.
Okay, last attempt and then we'll
Okay.
wrap it up.
What are we going off of?
Groot.
Marvel,
Groot,
and Rocket. Yeah. Do you guys know any other characters' names?
No.
Okay.
Other than Star Lord. Or Lord and Savior.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Quill.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Quill is Star-Lord, just so you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
All right.
All right, and that's how bad we are at that.
Yeah, good game.
Where did we start? Where did we end?
We started with rescue.
And
No,
then
we started with sign.
And ended on space.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
we ended on Marvel Universe. I guess we could have just been like,
As every
MCU.
conversation goes with me.
Yeah. Oh, so good. I love how Amish went to aliens. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's Taro, and that's Alexa once again.
I will be returning once again in probably 6 months. Just take another little hiatus.
We'll
Make
have
you
her
guys
on.
miss me.
she's a familiar face. We'll keep her around.
It's my 4th time here.
I know, you're doing so good.
I know.
And we gotta start keeping a tally. How many times does it take for you to actually just join us?
I know. That's what
Yeah,
you said the
literally.
last time that I was here back in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Eventually
so
it'll
good.
happen.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll have
That'll
2
be so
podcasts
good.
going. I'll be like Journey.
Just like your mama.
I get to edit all of them.
Yay!
Awesome. Well, I'm Mak Joy.
I'm Mak Jubes.
I'm Alexa.
And you can find us at Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps on all social media platforms, on YouTube. Our website is sometimesciabattaslaps.com. And on our website, we have our affiliate links, our book club reviews, all of our episode links to audio and visual. And we have a little forum. If you want to send us a message, if you want to interact with us, that's where you can do it.
You can send us like topic ideas, things you like, things you don't like.
If you say you don't like me, I'll throw something at you.
Yeah. Yeah. So see how good Alexa's aim is.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
If you like what we're doing here, if you just like us, give us a like, rating, review on all of the various social media platforms. It helps us out. And you might get a cookie from us if we get enough of
Exactly.
you. I would
Accept all
happily send out
cookies.
cookies. Or maybe a ciabatta bun if you would prefer.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we'll bake you a loaf of bread.
We'll slap you with a ciabatta bun.
Yes. If you give us a bad review, you're getting slapped with some ciabatta.
Or if you give us a good review and just have a kink, we'll slap you with a ciabatta bun.
Like I said, our OnlyFans is coming soon. I will be the star of the OnlyFans. Oh my gosh.
That's us.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Hope you have a great day.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.